All right, we're back for part 2 of the learning scenario from Army Group North. And there's a few mistakes I made last night, and we're going to go ahead and correct those now. I'll show you exactly what we did wrong here. I missed, this is pointed out by one of my viewers, I missed the movement allowance. I knew that he was half the unit that was here. I moved all the way to here. Minor roads are not 1/2 in this game. They actually function per other terrain underneath. So we're gonna have to rethink that. What else did I miss? Oh, the reinforcements I did wrong. Which that was the first time I'd actually used reinforcements. So it kind of threw me off, both players in any order. I didn't look at when reinforcements actually enter. They actually enter during that person's movement phase. So minor roads are only 1/2 in clear terrain. So the Soviet reaction where he used his point to move this unit over is not going to be able to work. So we're going to have to rethink that. Also, we had brought in these reinforcements up here. I've put those back on the board because they won't come out until the Soviet player's turn. And I've moved this unit back to where he started. So let's take a look at, that will give the headquarters unit its 1 command back. Remember, it's at 1, not 2, due to being interdicted. So he will have to use now the 21st Tank Guards Division, and I think we're going to end up having to move that down to try to reinforce Sutty. So now this could get interesting. All right. Now somewhere in this game, at least in the other version, they actually, movement allowance conversion table. Not that you need it for 1/2, but a unit with half movement will be going 2.5. So let's rewind time a little bit to the Soviet reaction phase. Execute motorized reaction movement, designate artillery support, issue retreat or no retreat orders. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Now, major roads or main roads are 1/2 in dry weather. So we're going to be going 1/2, 1, and he's got enough to get into here. Now let's check the stacking. 1, 5 stacking, we're good. Suddenly, that attack, not looking so good, plus you've got artillery support here. Now, one thing I didn't check was artillery support. I don't think that's modified by line of sight or anything like that. Must be in range of a defender hex in a declared attack it is supporting. Yeah, so we should be good. I don't see anything about terrain affecting it. Let me check a river. No, okay. So I rewound everything. We got our reinforcements back on the board. They're going to enter at a different point, and we're on to combat. Okay. Again, this is part 2 of our video. If you missed part 1, check out my YouTube channel, and you'll see the beginning of this video from last night. All right, let's do some combat. Okay. Axis combat phase. Close air support. There is no air involved in this battle. The first one we're going to do is here. The Axis drive on the town of Sutty. Let's take a look at all of our modifiers here. Let's get everything ready. All right. Okay. In this game, when you declare attacks, you must attack every enemy unit that extends a ZOC into your units. Now, this unit does not, he was overrun. This is removed at the end of the Axis turn, so he technically does not need to be attacked, but I'm going to attack him anyway. So it'll be this engineer unit, the 678th, and this unit here will be attacking this unit, and then here we have this whole stack on here with artillery support on top, and a strong point and a no retreat with Soviet artillery defense support. Alright, so let's add all this up and see what we got. Alright, so let's add up our strengths here. It's attack, defense, move in this game, so we have 11, 14 plus the artillery. I'm going to take this slow. 17 for the attackers. Okay. Now remember, some of these are going to be die roll modifiers, not defense modifiers. This is a die roll modifier. This is a die roll modifier. Defense, 4. Okay? 17 to 4. A town, if you check the terrain table, a town only has an effect if it's mud or snow. It's a +1 DRM. Dry, there's no effect. Now, I personally think that die roll modifiers are nasty in this game, because you could have all the odds you want, but if you roll high, and a +2 is no joke, the attack's going to be crap. So, just a heads up on that. Oh, I almost forgot to add the artillery. See, I'm forgetting things already. Alright, oh, I got a spider here I got to get rid of. Alright. A 2. 17, see, I almost forgot that. 17 to 6. Okay. Alright, so in combat, the defender adds any artillery support strength committed during the reaction phase to the defense strength of the attack. The defender now checks supporting artillery not in the defender hex. If any of these units are now in an enemy's EOC, they can no longer contribute their support strengths. We are clear. Alright. There's no weather. And now we check for the die roll modifications. Now normally we'd have to use supply points here to pay for the attack, but everyone is considered to be in attack supply and general supply. There's basically no supply in this scenario that we have to worry about. I'm just going to put these back over here. Alright, the die roll modifiers can be found on page 22 of the Army Group North rulebook. I'm not sure Kiev to Rostov. I'm kind of using the throwback rulebook here. There's no terrain effect. No retreat DRM. When in effect, apply +1. Okay, there's a +1. Super heavy, none of that. Close air support supply not counted close. Combined arms. The movement of the Soviet tanks into this hex has canceled the German combined arms. For combined arms, you need, let me just check the handy dandy chart here so I can read it off properly. You need armor plus, now it has to be mobile infantry. I had that, so I would have had it. No defending armor. And I'll show you where I'm looking that up. That's included on the charts in the game, and you can find that. Let's see if I can fit it into the camera, maybe upside down. Right there, it tells you what you need and what the defender cannot have. So this armor cancels out the armor that the Germans are bringing in. So no combined arms. Panzer Division integrity. Now this one I'm not too sure on. Let's see. Armor plus infantry. There must be qualifying Panzer Division present for each qualifying motor division for the motor division to receive the bonus. Now, let's see here. Each qualifying. I'm going to have to look this up. I'm not too sure how to figure this one out. We have two motorized. Well, he's not in the same division. All right, bear with me. I'm going to check this out. Okay, easy enough. A division gets that if they have... I kind of screwed up by splitting this up. You must have 3 component parts present. It's Panzer Regiment. Here's a Panzer Regiment. Okay, right there, the 3 bars. It's plus 1 of its motorized infantry regiments. Got it. Okay. Plus either the 2nd motorized infantry regiment or the recon unit. Well, guess what? Oops, I left it over here. No Panzer Division integrity bonus. That's what I love about this game. There's so many little things. So I don't get it because I split my stack up like a dummy. All right, so no modifier there. But that's how you would do it. And then there are some special rules. Any SS motorized division needs only 3 of its 4 component units present to qualify. The SS Liebenstarte Brigade also qualifies if its 2 component units are present. Well, even the reinforcements up here, there's no armor. There's a recon unit, but so that's a no-go for the Germans. And the stronghold will give an additional +1. So I believe we're looking at a total of +2 to the die roll. Okay. I'll just mark that. So 17-6 at +2. Okay, and just one other note. I don't get it anyway because a defender in a hex with a stronghold, you cannot use combined arms against someone in a stronghold. That is 18.3 in your rulebook, strongholds. 18.36. When a Soviet strongpoint is built on a fortified line hex, okay, that's no big deal. Okay, so yeah, no combined arms bonus when you're attacking someone in a strong point. The combat effects DRM for such a hex is +1 for all 6 hex sides. A strong point built in a fortified line. So if there had been a fortified line out here, which isn't on this map, it's like a series of red dots. The Soviets, it means like they built trenches. You'll see that on the Crimea map a lot. If there's a strong point on top of that, then it gives a +1 DRM for everyone in the 6 hexes. Very nasty. I can destroy that by moving units into it, should I take the town. All right, so we have 2-to-1 odds is all that came out to. And to speed things up, I have a secret cheat sheet from Avalon Hill. So you guys didn't see that. Don't judge me. But we already knew it was 2-to-1. Okay, so we'll be on the 2-to-1 table. Let's take this over here. Here's my secret cheat sheet. Good old Avalon Hill. You guys didn't see that? Okay, here we go. Let's roll the die, and we're going to be adding 2. I think we got everything taken into account here. Here we go. Actually, I'm going to roll into a box lid. I have a bad reputation for rolling like garbage. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, 6 + 2 is 8. This is how to fail an attack. Okay. An 8 is an R result, so I'll show you where we are here. 2-to-1, 8. Oh, that's a good thing I double checked. It's a dash. Wow. So nothing happens. Now, if I had not had the +2, it would have been a step loss and possibly some armor. The asterisk is armor or engineer effects, and since there's 2 armor units going at each other, the Axis powers would have lost the armor That's the rule there. And then the defender would have had to retreat. So you notice that there's a box around the 1 to 6. That's because that's your favorable roll in this game. Going outside the box causes issues. So I got an 8, which is, well, it's safe. If I was going to roll bad, that's the best place to do it. We have a dash. Nothing happens. So the Germans launch an all-out assault on the town of Sutty and are repulsed. That's 3 regiments going in. The 3rd motorized, the 8th Panzer, the 10th of the 8th, and the 8th of the 8th motorized infantry armor. And it's repulsed. And I'd like to think that it's probably because I didn't have enough air power to drop another interdict level. If I could have interdicted this to 2, that headquarters would not have been able to move the tank guards down. So we are now done with that attack. And there's a stalemate on the road. The Soviets hold the town. Let me get rid of my blue here. So if you see anything wrong with the DRMs or anything I did, just let me know. I think I nailed it. So yeah, that's a hold right there. So now it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. All right, let's put those back on. The no retreat and the strong point payoff. Okay, now to this attack. He's done. We can put him on the bottom. All right, we've got 4. 4. Now, one of the reasons I did this is because there's a -1 DRM here because he was overrun. We have 4 to 2, but he's in the woods. All right, so let's check this out here. Woods. Combat DRM or other effect. Other terrain. Nothing. There's no other terrain underneath there but clear. If there had been some mountains, maybe we would have seen, or swamp, but there's nothing underneath it. So the woods will have no effect. And that's for the artillery. So that's done. We can take this off. All right. So we've got, he's not being used. Four to 2, obviously, that's going to be a 2 to 1. All right. And DRMs -1 from what I'm seeing here. And I think that is it. Let me just check the combat effects. All right, no combined arms. So it's a straight up roll and a 2 to 1 at -1. And I roll. Ooh, all right. I rolled a 2 and a -1. So 2 to 1 with a 1 is a 2R. Nasty. The defender suffers a 2R, and that will be the number of the affected force of units loses that number of steps, and he must retreat. So I think we may have a serious rout here, and that's a really good roll. So he's going to lose a step. And if I'm not mistaken, he's already on the weak side, so the Soviet armor just gets trashed. He cannot lose 2 steps, so this unit is eliminated. Now, do they have the cadre box on this? No, they don't. Okay. Normally, this would go into a thing called a cadre box, because if you get an eliminated result, the unit gets eliminated, but if you just get knocked out by steps, it goes into a cadre box and can reconstitute itself later. All right, so that was a complete destruction. Now I have the option of advancing into the hex. No, I don't really care to. I just wanted to wipe them out. Okay, so that is the German combat phase. So you saw it there. So the second result was a lot better than the first one. We didn't get the town, so. All right, that was the Axis combat phase, and let's just check to make sure we did everything right. We declared our attacks. We allocated artillery. We totaled the support factors. The Soviet player flips or adds their defense and support strength. Determine the odds, resolve the attack, remove declared attack orders and numeric markers, apply combat results, adjust step loss victory points, advance after combat. Axis motorized phase not allowed during snow. Okay, so now we go to the axis motorized phase, which will be the last movement step for the axis this turn. And in case you're wondering what that means, I will show you. Alright, axis motorized. If you can see that, motorized moves half, cavalry moves half. Alright, so the Germans can move their motorized half. Let's see what we got here. I don't think they're going to try to counterattack. That could be bad. Let's see here. Let's take this guy here, reconstitute that. Oh, I just did something illegal. Can't go from ZOC to ZOC. Okay, perhaps this might be a time to use infiltration. And let's look that up and see if I can make that. He's yellow here. I need to go from ZOC to ZOC. Can I use infiltration? I want to get that Panzer Division back together again. So let's take a look real quick and look up infiltration and how it works, just to be double sure. I think so far tonight I haven't broken any rules, and that's a plus. So that's 11.5. Alright, let's see how that works here. So this is going to be a short video tonight. I just wanted to get the combat up there and finish the axis half of the first turn. Game turn 11. Only ground units with yellow MAs may perform infiltration movement, that is, move directly from one enemy's ZOC to another. It can only take place in the movement phase where the qualifying units are allowed to expend their entire movement allowance. Nope, can't do it. So the motorized only move half during this phase. They cannot use infiltration movement. Well, darn. But he can go here. No, that would leave my artillery open. I might just kind of sit things the way they are right now. I know I'm probably going to get counterattacked. They have reinforcements coming in that can move anywhere in the east hex. The road would be nice. The Germans really have to be careful here and watch out for Soviet counterattacks. I could spread out. I can't go into that. That ZOC thing. I really want to spread this guy out, but then the artillery unit. Can anyone reach that unit? Let's see. 1. The river is +1. You can get there. Let's block this. So crossing that would be +1, so that's 2 to get across there, and 3 because of the zone of control. And then we'll move him up. All motorized can move half. And we'll get into a nice little ball. Of course, I am leaving myself wide open for getting cut off for supply. I have to watch out for them sweeping around. Okay. Disregard all attack supply. All units are considered to be in general supply for the entire scenario. Do not trace for general supply, so I don't have to worry about getting cut off. Alright, I'm going to go with that. That's my final answer. So nothing too exciting right there. Let me make sure I got everything done that I had to do. Special movement, reinforcement entry for motorized and cav units. Overrun can be done. 1 hex movement. Engineering phase. Flip on map, strong point under construction markers. Okay, axis railroad conversion. Expend replacement points. And I don't think I have any engineering to do. Now, the question is, when do interdiction markers come off? Oh, that one I might have to look up. Okay, all interdiction markers are removed during the game turn interphase, which is basically at the end of both players' turns. So interdiction will not be removed right now. All right. Orders have already been removed. Just double check that. Got the old cat outside again, looking to get in and jump all over my stuff. Alright. I think that's about it. I think we got that all done for the German turn. Okay, so next up will be, we're going to be seeing the Soviet player segment, and it will be the Soviet motorized phase coming up. And that will be the second half of turn 1. So I am going to take this video, I'm going to clear off my board here. We're all set. So we had, just as summary, the Germans were repulsed on their attempt to take Sutty. It holds. There's still a lot of German power outside the town. The 21st Tank Guard Division to the rescue, coming down from Shimsk. And we had the destruction of the 3rd Tank Guards in the woods after they had been overrun earlier by a really paltry, 4-2 attack factor attack, 2-1 odds. I was really surprised at that. And we had the Axis powers kind of, the Germans kind of jumbled in. They're going straight on the offensive, right down the road, trying to punch through here. And I may not have done enough this turn, seeing the reinforcements that are coming in. That may not have been a big enough of a gasp there. I may have failed. So we'll see what happens. Again, this is a 4-turn game. So coming up next, we'll have the Soviet motorized phase. And I'm going to upload this video. Again, thanks for watching. Check out my blog at hudsonshideout.blogspot.com for more wargaming fun. And thanks for dropping by. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you hate me, give me a thumbs down. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. Thanks.